It's Paul Marsh, and I'm delighted to say that I've been joined on the phone by Manchester United and Bournemouth legend Russell Beardsmore. Russell, how are you?
Yeah, morning, very well. Actually, all good.
So you are going to be coming down to Portsmouth. You are going to be coming down on Saturday, July the 19th, to take part in the Pompey Charity 11 versus the Premier League Legends 11, all in aid of Sophie's legacy. You must be very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. We obviously came down last year and played, and I know about the charity, and I spoke to Charlotte funny enough yesterday. And I spoke to the guys. They're really looking forward to it, and we had a great welcome last year when we played at AFC Portsmouth, and Paul Kelly was fantastic with us, the chairman. So we're back again, which is exciting.
It is a charity, of course, that is unbelievably important, because I think for any parent that goes through an extended stay in hospital with their child, anything that can, make that stay slightly more unbearable than it's going to be is obviously going to be a good thing.
100%. I mean, obviously, having children myself, a lot older, I couldn't imagine what obviously Charlotte and Gareth went through at the time. So, yeah, it's a really important thing, and we're just really, really pleased that we can come down and play, and hopefully we get a good crowd. That's the next best thing to support it.
Obviously, playing is obviously always going to be the best thing, and then it's funny when players' careers come to an end. And I've done this, obviously nowhere near played to the same level as you, but played locally. When your playing career comes to an end, there's something that you really miss, and it's not always the playing side. It's more the camaraderie and the banter in the dressing rooms and everything else like that. Now, obviously, a lot of people go into coaching to try and maintain that. But I think playing in these games, playing in the Vets games, is probably the next best thing, right?
I would say, yeah. I mean, I'm getting less minute time now as the organiser of play. Obviously, I'm 56, and you can only go on so long. Some of the boys are sort of mocking me, saying I might have to move to walking football sooner rather than later. But I can still get half a game out my leg. But I do, and you're 100% right. I still, 30 years after finishing, nearly 28 years ago, with my back when at 28, I still miss the changing room. It was a bit of a joke. I missed the banter. I missed the away trips, the hotel. I enjoyed all that, and that was part of it. And you sort of get this back in some way with these games as well.
Yeah, completely agree. Like I say, obviously we miss playing, but that side of it is the thing that I miss the most as well. Obviously, very, very well known for playing for Manchester United, late 80s, early 90s, 56 appearances. You were part of that kind of renaissance when Sir Alex Ferguson first came in to rebuild Manchester United. What was it like at the time?
Very difficult when he first came in, because obviously it took 4 years to win a trophy for the boss, and it was very tense, and he was under a lot of pressure after the first year at least. So as a young boy coming in the team at 17, 18, didn't feel the pressure as much, but it didn't seem that long ago when he first came in, and it was Fergie out banners go back to Scotland, and there was 28,000 at Old Trafford instead of 50,000. And then obviously working under him was unbelievable. And obviously still seeing match days, and he loves seeing the ex-players, the boss. But it was tense, and it took time. And then obviously the game that I actually played in was I think I played most of the game in the one when we beat Notts Forest, which sort of kick-started us in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
When Mark Robins scored the header, went on to win the FA Cup, and then the next trophy, the Cup winners came the next year, and then the league within 18 months. So yeah, it took 4 years, but it was a very, very nervy time.
Did you notice, from the start, because obviously you were part of the first crop that came through. Everyone talks about, the Nevilles and the Beckhams, and that came through in 93. You were part of that first crop that came through with, the Lee Sharps and people like that. Did you sense the change?
Yeah, when I do my little videos for Clubs Love a Little Video, I always say at the beginning, one of the original Fergie Fledglings, because that's what we were really called. But we obviously got thrust in, and there was an injury crisis, and 4 or 5 of us, we Mark Robins, myself, Dave Wilson, Lee Sharp, Lee Martin, we just got thrown in at the deep end, and it was sort of sink or swim, and we all had different careers after, obviously, but you don't feel the nerves at 17, 18. I think Lee Sharp might have only been 17, just turned 17 when he got into the team. So, and the boss was brilliant with us, but the senior players were fantastic, even though things weren't great on the pitch at the time. They were great with us as younger players, which you still remember now how good they were with us.
And then obviously towards the end of your Manchester United career, you then moved on to Bournemouth, played almost 200 times for Bournemouth between 93 and 98. Of course, Bournemouth back then were a very, very different team to what they are now.
Yeah, if someone had said to me even, 14, 12 years ago, that where they are now and where we were then, I would just laugh at them. But what a lovely club anyway, because I spent 19 years there. Obviously, people probably wouldn't know that after I finished, I did another 12 years coaching. So, so it's very close to my heart, Bournemouth. But yeah, they've done an amazing job, clever, good owners. Obviously, it's not going to be they don't get massive crowds because of the ground and everything else, but it's just a well-run club. And I had the privilege to go back last year. They invited me back. Big Steve Fletcher was doing the hospitality in the lounge, and I got an invite back, which was wonderful. And the game was the Man United Bournemouth. I think it was about 2 seasons back, 2-2, I think it was. So, yeah, it was 2 years ago. So I got an invite, and it was great to go back.
They are in a fantastic position right now. I have to say, when he came in, I was very wrong about Iraola. I didn't think that he would have the success that he absolutely has. However, Bournemouth are now starting to lose some of their best players and maybe even the manager. Is that something that you can see happening further down the road?
Yeah, and I think that comes with success.
Yeah.
I think as soon as you have success, you see clubs that have done really, really well in the past, it's obvious the big fish are going to come calling. But they've done very well. They've lost big names in the last few years, but they've done very well to replace them. Now, sometimes that if you can replace like with like and that player does well, that's fine. But if you get the money, it's great having the money in. And I sort of look a little bit like this at Leicester City. They sold 3 of the best players, and then look where they are now. No disrespect to them. So, yeah, you've got to be very careful, but they've balanced it very well. And I think time will tell this season. Let's wait and see.
Obviously, the charity game is taking place at Porchester, which is just outside of Portsmouth. From what I can tell, you only played at Fratton Park once in 1989, a 3-2 win for Manchester United in the League Cup. Have you got any memories? Can you remember Fratton Park at all?
Do you know what? I can't remember the game. Most games I can remember, and I can't remember playing at Fratton Park. So I'm glad you've told me, but I couldn't remember actually that at all. So, well, that was good. We won, so that's nice. But I can't remember that, which is bizarre. I remember most games from over even pre-season ones, but sorry, I can't recall it. To be honest.
Talking about obviously Manchester United, you came into the team when they weren't performing well, and then it's obviously turned around. Same with Bournemouth, you performing for them when they weren't in a great position. Now they're doing very well, and the same with Pompey. Obviously, have gone through some very dark times and seemingly have turned it around. Is it nice to see some of these giants back where they should be?
100%. I mean, the fan base at Portsmouth is massive, and it's a big catchment area, and last season when I thought, they're in trouble here, and then they just they had some unbelievable results against top teams as well. Because and you're thinking, they need to be, for me, they should be a league higher. But it's all ifs. Let's see. Hopefully they can push on this year. It'd be great if they can. But it's the tough leagues. All the leagues are hard, and you have to try to get out of them. It's not easy. So hopefully Portsmouth will push on.
Russell, thank you for talking to me. One final question. Like I say, you are down at AFC Porchester on Saturday, the 19th of July, for the charity game between the Pompey XI and a Premier League Legends XI. Even now they've retired, who should we be looking out for on the day? Who do you think is going to stand head and shoulders above everybody else?
Well, our secret weapon is Danny Webber, Sheffield United, Man United, works MUTV, does match day. He's very sharp. Dean Windass likes a goal in him. We've got Matt Letizia. What am I saying? He might not do a lot of running, but he still can curl them in. He'll still get on edge of the box, 25-yard curlers. So yeah, we've got a really good array of players, and yeah, they're all looking forward to it. And it's just good to meet up and put something back, And again, a real big thank you to Paul Kelly for hosting the game at AFC Porchester for the consecutive second year.
Well, look, Russell, thank you so much for talking to me. I hope you enjoy the day, and I hope we raise lots and lots of money for a great cause.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Bye now.